thoughts I show. Grey cloud cover reveal the panorama of how I'm caught up in this Nike melodrama. A tragic story.
Guys, let's break down the UFC Vagas 99 that's happening this week on Saturday, the same time as the other Saturday. It starts at I think 11. So stay tuned for that. Let's look at the betting breakdown and predictions. The first fight of the night, we have Austin Lane versus Despain. Guys, if you don't know, Despain is this guy who is 6'7", 6'8". The UFC really tried to push him, but in his last fight, I thought he got exposed. He was bodied on the ground. This fight, I don't think he'll be bodied. Austin Lane was an ex-NFL player, and those guys have a tendency of getting knocked out. He's not even the best NFL player that was. But anyway, he came into the UFC via Dana White Contender Series, I think in 2018. He was knocked out by Greg Hardy. That's a very tough loss to have, especially now that has aged really badly. Greg Hardy couldn't do anything in the UFC. He got knocked out plenty of times, taken down, exposed. And in this fight, I think Austin Lane won't have the goods to finish Despain. Despain has power, like he's a taekwondo black belt, Olympic like champion or something like that. And I think he'll be able to like do what he wants with Austin Lane. If he catches a chin, I won't be surprised if he knocks him out also. So yeah, so I think Despain wins this fight, confident pick. And let's move to the next fight, guys. It's a women's fight. The next 3 fights are women's fights, so like, yeah, I know, yeah. But let's get into it. Let's break it down. Melissa versus Alice Adeline. In this fight, Melissa, like, she's a taekwondo, like she has this taekwondo style, but I think she's too small. She's definitely too small. Like, looking at her Instagram, she looks way too small. Alice Adeline is like, she's big. And guys, check her Twitter out, check her Instagram out. You'll thank me later for that. Alice Adeline's. And yeah, anyway, so I think she wins this fight. In her last fight against Shannon Barnon, she looked good. Although she lost, she dogged it out. And in this fight, I think she gets a win. She'll be able to push the pressure. She'll be able to take down Melissa at will. I think she's a bigger fighter, more athletic fighter. And it doesn't add to my confidence that Melissa went for a 2 years hiatus. I mean, she's now back. I don't know why. Yeah, all fighters that I can even lock in on these fights because of that inactivity. That's a very big criteria I used to look at, like who wins fights. So Alice Adeline, confident pick. I think she gets it done. Next fight, we have Jessica Penne versus Ellis Reed. Jessica Penne is 41 years old, man. Just for that, I'm going to fade her. You don't have to do anything with this women's fight if you don't want to. There are plenty of better spots to set up your money. But I think Ellis Reed wins this fight. Yeah, I think she's younger, more athletic, more powerful. She wants to do more at this point of her career compared to an aging Jessica Penne who's maybe just here for the paycheck. Don't bet on these fights, man, because anyway, yeah, women's fights, you never know what's going to happen. And also, these aging veterans, they may pull something out of the bag. We had Tim Means, and if you remember Tim Means, and yeah, Tim Means got finished by submission by, I can't really remember the guy, but yeah, don't bet on these old guys. Anything can happen between them, and you may end up regretting. But anyway, next fight you have Jocelyn Edwards versus Tamires Vidal. Tamires Vidal is a Brazilian, but she doesn't fight like like a Brazilian. Okay, she does, but like, I don't see her getting the win. She's normally like too wild, and I think Jocelyn Edwards will be able to like escape those wild situations and like attack her, and from the outside, and maybe I won't say get a finish. I'll just say she's decision. In fact, this women's fight, like, if there was like, and Kenyan betting sites, if that like, you should introduce like going the distance over 2.5, you know. Like, why we only bet win or lose in MMA? Like, come on, guys. There's market in this, and like, come on. Anyway, my point was that I wanted to say, if you could bet like all these female fights going decisions, like over 2.5 basically, and parlay that, I think like that will cash, because that's what's going to be happen. That's what's going to happen. That's 15 times 3, quick maths. That's I think 45 or something. 45 minutes of like women's fight, man. Anyway, what? Anyway, next fight we have Brad Katona. Finally, yeah, versus Jin Matsumoto. This will make up for the 45 minutes, guys. This is going to be a good fight. I think Jin Matsumoto wins this fight. He's 15-0. Brad Katona is 14-3. Jin Matsumoto, go watch his fight against Wandali in if you want to, against Wandali back when in the regional scene. I thought he looked really good. In that fight he was able to show his like he grows into fights. Like in the first round he may not be like there, not be that good, but you won't submit him. Maybe you'll control him, but he'll get back up. In the second and third round, that's why now he starts picking up the pace, and that's why now I see him piecing up Brad Katona. He has variety of attacks, he has leg kicks. Okay, he's always there to get hit, but it doesn't seem to phase him, and I think that's what makes his style even better. Like he'll come forward and like he doesn't give a shit. He'll be on your face like the whole night. Brad Katona is also really good, veteran, but I think he loses this fight, man. Even if he like comes up with a heavy grappling attack, I think Jin Matsumoto in the first round he may be taken down, but in the second and third round, that's when he starts picking up his pace, and that's why I've seen him stopping the takedowns and like putting hands on Brad Katona. Like he has very good striking, very good striking, head kicks, low kicks, good top control, good leg takedowns, and yeah, he can reverse, good reversals from bottom. Yeah, and I see him winning this fight, to be honest. Next fight we have Nicolau versus Aso Amabayev. Nicolau in his last 2 fights has been KO'd against Rival. Okay, Rival is really good, he's fighting for the belt, but he doesn't really, if Rival is KOing you, man, like come on. Even if it's a knee, man, we saw Tatsura eating that shit all night. So this guy doesn't have a chin. Let's just start from there. He doesn't have a chin. Aso Amabayev is a grappler, relentless with it. But I think even with his hands, I think he can still get it done in this fight. So my pick will be Aso Amabayev. Confident pick. I think he gets it done. I think he'll be able to pressure, to take down, and also find moments with his hands against an chinless Nicolau. And I'd expect like now Nicolau will be fighting different because of that chin. Also I don't like how, I don't think he's that good. I think I bought into this hype long time ago, but now like I'm starting to unbuy, if that makes sense. I'm starting to like, nah, ain't for me. So yeah, so Aso Amabayev I think will be able to get it done. He's the better fighter in this fight. Either way, even if Nicolau had a granite chin made of diamond right now, in this point of the careers, I'd choose the up and comer still. The fact that he doesn't have a chin just makes it even worse for me. I don't know how he'll be fighting. Also, I think like Nicolau, the way he fights, it's a weird stance. Like it's a very wide stance, and I don't know. Maybe it works for him. But if you do that with Aso Amabayev, he's going to get that single leg and double leg like every time he shoots. So yeah, I think Aso Amabayev gets it done. Fairly confident pick. We have Darren Elkins versus Daniel Pineda. Aging veterans, don't bet on it. Y'all already know what I think of it. Don't bet on these fights where these guys are aging veterans. Anything can happen. Someone can pull up something and you lose your money. You lose your money. So don't. So, but in this fight, I still picked Darren Elkins to win. Just because in his last fight he looked better. He's been more active. So Darren Elkins to get the win over Daniel Pineda. Next fight, Bradley Hastings versus Jack Hadley. Bradley Hastings, he just finds ways to win fights. In his last fight he was dropped, but he got back up against Anfield and submitted him. And he's been finishing fights lately, man. He's been finishing fights. In this fight against Jack Hadley, I think he bodies Jack Hadley on the ground. Like, to be honest, I think that's what will happen. He'll be able to take down Jack Hadley at will, who has a very good ground game. But I think that's a disservice to him because I think he's normally okay with just laying in his back. And Bradley Hastings, I think, will get the takedowns and like Ground and pound or submission, I won't be surprised, to be honest. TKO submission. He's big, he's really big, and I think that grappling strength will be superior. Bradley will find ways to win this fight, and I'm picking him against Jack Hadley to win, guys. Yeah, I'm picking him against Jack Hadley. Confident pick also. Next fight we have Sumudaji versus Charles Johnson. Sumudaji, I think Sumudaji is not really that good, man. Watching his tape, I don't think he's good, and I think Charles Johnson will like KO him and TKO him. I think KO is a more understandable pick, better pick. I think Charles Johnson is very slick with it on the feet. He KO'd Joshua Van last time. That was his last win. And if you're KOing Joshua Van, that means you're really good, because Joshua Van is elite in his striking, and this guy just literally just KO'd him. So I'm picking Charles Johnson. Momentum, I think he wins. Next fight, Rob Font versus Kyler Phillips. I think Kyler Phillips wins this fight. Kyler Phillips has more slicker striking, takedowns. He's younger, he's more athletic. Like, he won't be there to box with Rob Font. He'll be using kicks, leg kicks. The biggest disservice you could do to yourself is try and box Rob Font. He may catch you with that power. Like, for example, what he did to this someone, Perez. I'm not Perez. Hernandez. He caught Hernandez with a big shot, check left hook, put him down. That's a very bad look for Hernandez right now. Though Hernandez, I think he's fighting and he's gotten wins, but that's a very bad look for him to lose against an aging Rob Font who's 37 years old. In this fight, confident pick, I think Kyler Phillips does it. Next fight, we have Anthony Hernandez versus Michel Pereira. I think Michel Pereira wins this fight. Fluffy Hernandez is good. Against Kopilov, he was getting caught, he was getting hit, but like, he has a chin, so he was literally just calling Kopilov on, man. In this fight, Michel Pereira has nasty power. In his last fight, that was crazy. First of all, he knocked him down, and this is a guy who fought Almeida in the last, I don't know what I've forgotten his name, guys, forgive me please. If you could tell me like his last fight in the comments, I'd really appreciate that if you do that. But yeah, in his last fight, he knocked down Iho Potera. Iho Potera fought Almeida this past weekend, and Almeida couldn't finish him. Michel Pereira went out there and bodied him. Bodied, like literally just bodied. Knocked him down, did a backflip, passed his guard, guillotined him. Like, damn, bro. Michel Pereira looks like a very different fighter in this weight class. I think I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a KO. Fluffy Hernandez won't be able to take him down. Even if he does, he'll get back right up. He's not a slouch on the ground, Michel Pereira. He's big, strong, man, like good hips, athleticism. People say he gasses out, but since he entered middleweight, man, this guy, I don't think he has gas issues anymore. Because he was fighting in welterweight, I think he used to miss weight a lot. He was coming in overweight in most of the times, but since he entered middleweight, I think he's found a new footing in his career, man. And I think he gets the job done over Anthony Hernandez, and that's why I'm going to pick him to get the dub over Anthony Hernandez and win this fight. KO, I won't be surprised. And there we have it, guys. Stay tuned. I'll be releasing my Pale's, my Pale edition, basically. So far, I think like I've been making a killing with these Pale's. So stay tuned. I can tell you where to put your spots. 3 fights, 4 fight Pale's, and yeah, we could build from that, guys. So yeah, that's it, and see you guys next time.